The Bipartisan Safer Communities Act of 2022 set aside billions of dollars that school districts across the country can use to make their schools safer. That's money to pay for mental health services, school security systems, and other common sense measures to ensure that our kids can learn in peace. So, how can school districts get this money? Well, first, school districts must identify the grants that they're interested in. These grants are offered by several different federal agencies. Second, the school district needs to write a grant application, which can often be more than 50 pages long. Third, they need to submit that grant application to the right federal agency on time. For example, if your district needs funding to strengthen security systems, you'd apply for grants from the Department of Justice. Or if your school district needs funding to hire more mental health counselors, for that you'd apply to the Department of Health and Human Services or the Department of Education. And then you'd have to wait to find out if they are competitively selected or not. The windows to apply for these grants are short, only open at specific times of the year, and school districts are often unaware of when they need to apply. As well, these grants require an immense amount of detailed information and are incredibly complicated to complete. Long story short, the school administrators, the ones who are already stretched for time, the ones who are incredibly busy, the ones who wear so many hats, they are the ones who are supposed to identify, write, and submit these grants. And hiring a professional grant writer who can help with this process, well, it's not an option for many of these districts. Quite simply, it's too expensive. So, allow me to introduce to you the Greenlights Grant Initiative, a project of the Just Keep Livin Foundation. The Greenlights Grant Initiative has one goal: to connect school districts to the billions of dollars in federal funding that can make America's schools and our children safer. And because applying for these federal grants is complex, intimidating, and unrealistic for so many school districts, we want to make it easy. Here's how we're going to help. First, school administrators should hop onto greenlightsgrantinitiative.org. That's greenlightsgrantinitiative.org. This website is going to be your go-to resource for everything related to school safety grants. Now you may be asking, which school districts will receive this fully funded service? Well, the Greenlights Grant Initiative will first and foremost identify high-need, low-capacity districts across our nation. Districts who have not applied for federal grants previously and need grant writing support now, today. For these districts, we will fully fund their grant writing services. We are also going to help every school district nationwide learn how this grant writing process works and show them how they can get the resources they need to identify, write, and submit their own grant application. Through the Greenlights Grant Initiative, every school district that wants help can get it, including grant alerts and notifications of deadlines, so your district never misses a funding opportunity and is prepared well ahead of time. Tutorials and guidebooks from expert grant writers to help walk you through the grant writing process. Examples of successful grant applications and grant implementations so you can understand how school districts have successfully utilized these dollars. Access to webinars on how to apply to each federal school safety grant, and best practices on how to manage the implementation process once you receive a grant. The Greenlights Grant Initiative is here to help every school district in America. It is our mission to bring these dollars to the districts. So, if you and your district needs funding and assistance in the grant writing process to help your schools get safer for all of our children, urge your school administrator to sign up now at greenlightsgrantinitiative.org. Because of the BSCA, the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act, the first bill passed to safe schools in 28 years. Because of this bill, the money is there, and the federal government wants the school districts that need it to use it. Well, we're here to help. Let us, so we can. In the meantime, and all time, just keep living.